Sick of hearing niggas say they gon' shoot it and never do it. It's beast mode, fatigue is the street clothes. When you unload the piece, get low when you reload. He appear to be awake, but he clearly in sleep mode. How you say you wanna marry the game, but your feet cold? I don't chat, but I never pass on the bag talk. You swag off, but I'm always popping the tag off. The slick talk and that sarcasm get laughed off. She's so bad, the head hard, but the ass soft. I'm hands-on, started with the massage. Feeling like I'm Chinese math, cause I'm definitely hard. Cause you resembling Nicki, hope you with the Minaj. And I'ma kill it while we listen to Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. What's going on, man? Don't nobody know you till you vocal. I used to be local, now Bakeman Global, aka BMG, the Godsville God MC. AKA the mascot for the have-nots in the last spot. It's good.
I appreciate you coming out to, check me today, man. That's love, man.
Nah, no doubt. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you. You got a dope platform, man. You pushing the culture. I'm always up for that, man. So I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to highlight, let everybody know about dope MCs, man. Dope shit going on, man.
I appreciate it.
There's a lot of all that other shit going on. I want to get back to this, man. This is what it's about.
That's a fact.
So tell me, man. They said that you used to play pro ball.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was a pro overseas in Australia for 8 seasons. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Did my thing over there, was a welcoming culture. Shout out to all my peoples in Australia. I graduated college in 2003, and I went pro. You know what I mean? I went to Utah Jazz Camp, and I made it down from 3,000 players down to 3, and I had maybe like 8 or 9 countries that was rocking with me, so I chose Australia. The reason why I was connected to Australia is because when I was a sophomore in college, a friend of mine, which is now my brother, his named Jai Watson, he lived in Australia, but he was playing on our team. So in the summertime, I went to visit as a sophomore. I loved it. I fell in love with the place. They wanted me to stay there. They said, yo, you want to stay? This guy going home. But I was like, you know what? I got to graduate, get my degree. And if I don't have nothing significant on the table, I'm coming back here. I had already built so many friends and family over that 2.5 months that I was in love with the place. So that was my first shot, you know what I mean? They said no matter what happened, you get hurt, you homesick, you're not playing well, you guarantee you're going to get all your bread, you know what I mean? Most times when you go overseas, a lot of the contracts are not guaranteed, so that was a huge foundation for me, you know what I mean?
So what turned you to the music now?
Okay, so maybe in like my 5th season, I had a doubleheader in a town called Melbourne. I was playing in Warrnambool. I had a doubleheader, and a friend of mine named Kid Mac. He's from Harlem. Kid Mac is from Harlem, but he was living out there because his father was naturalized, so he was already there. After my game, I went to see my friend perform at a club out there. So once I saw my man Kid Mac do it, I was immediately inspired to do it. You know what I mean? I was like, I've been to shows when I was an athlete, when I was in Brooklyn coming up. I've seen so many spitters and you know, from Kane to Big, Jay-Z and all of them, they shot a video on my projects at LG. So I wasn't inspired to rap then because I was still an athlete. But when I saw my friend do it, I just picked the pen up. You know what I mean? It was rocky in the beginning, but I just, same ethic that I had with sports, I never gave up. You know what I mean? I just kept getting better and better, and now it's my life.
When you were younger, what artist was it that got you into hip-hop that made you say, damn, I want to do that? That sparked your interest?
Of course, you know, being from Bed-Stuy, you know, it's always B.I.G., you know what I mean? The early J with Reasonable Doubt and things like that where, like, I'm into artists that they take me somewhere. They paint that picture, you know what I mean? Like, when you heard Jay and you heard Big, you visualized it, you know what I mean? They took you somewhere. So I gravitate to stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it was like, that's no brainer. That was my life. They was talking the stuff I was living, so.
How you feel about Sean Price?
I love Sean Price, man. I'm from Brooklyn. A lot of my close friends, shout out to Stuck B, shout out to Rockness Monster, Bo Black, Mike Millie. I never got a chance to meet Sean, but legend, you know what I mean? That's why I'm glad we in front of here, like legendary. So shout out to all my peoples that was really close to him, you know, Rusty Jukes. Everybody that's from Brownsville doing their thing, you know what I mean? Sean P is a legend, man.
So you got any projects coming out? What's going on?
I got a project out right now called Alive, Adapted to Life in Various Eras.
Okay.
Joint Fire. I still got a bunch of joints I'm running with from there. Outside of that, I got a couple singles circulating right now. I got a single called All Night I got a single called 24/8, a tribute to Kobe Bryant, that mentality. And I got a new joint that dropped today called Pretty. It's for the ladies, you know what I mean? I was getting some advice for a lot of OGs that I know. Shout out to my big brother Akeem. He was like, yo, you know, you can rap, you got bars, but stop talking to these niggas for a little while. Get the ladies on board, you know what I mean? Like, you don't got nothing that, you know, can get the ladies. Once the ladies get on board, it's like, you know, the fellas gonna come. You know what I mean? So I got a fire joint that dropped today called Pretty. The video gonna be out of this world. You know what I mean? Just a change of pace from what you know me to be doing.
God damn. Bad and you know it. Shorty fire. Get it from your mama, better show it. Let me see something. If you got a bag, better blow it. Better throw it if you wanna see her throw it. Better throw something.
What do you think you're contributing to the culture?
I think in hip hop alone, just being from New York City, you got a chip on your shoulder. You got a bullseye on your back. You are from the birthplace of the culture. You know what I mean? So when I go other places, I wear that pride. You know what I mean? I performed in Australia where they love to see what New York is about. I'm carrying that torch. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be, when it's all said and done, the next person they put on the list as the greats from New York. You know what I mean? And also for the world too. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm adding to it. And then also being a versatile, well-rounded artist, you gotta, you know, be able to jump in multiple lanes. You know what I mean? Like, I still can give you things that's dope for positivity, some conscious rap and things that's uplifting. So be on the lookout for some of that stuff too.
How you feel about this whole concept that Eminem is a guest in the culture, and how do you feel about that whole situation?
I'm on the fence with it. I'm leaning more to the fact that I would consider him a guest, because like if you would consider him a guest, then that means that technically, let's be literal about it. If you're not from the Bronx, you a guest. It started in the Bronx. If you're not from the X, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, we all guests. So I think that if it wasn't for the color of his skin, like the question wouldn't even be involved. The man is nice. Like I'm pretty sure that there's I'm on the fence with it, but like I said, I'm leaning towards the fact that he's not. You know what I mean?
So you feel it's definitely about his skin color?
Yeah, because there's so many artists from other places that are black that you don't hear nobody saying that they're a guest. It comes down to the skin color, definitely the skin color, and the fact that we've had, you know, it's probably been white rappers before that didn't reach the level that he reached. And I think that's what M is versatile. So, you know, for M to make Hi, My Name Is Slim Shady, then go to the type of rap that we know him for, and be able to step on the track with anybody, get in a cypher with anybody, make commercial records, and still have that potency with the bars, it's like, he fired.
I think they should get off his back. He's helping the culture travel forward. So
yeah, and I know this has probably been spoken about before, but M is responsible for a lot of legendary culture that's within our culture.
That's one of the points I brought up in my last interview. You know,
yeah.
like,
So you want to use the trickle down, like if it wasn't for 50, it wouldn't be no Lloyd Banks. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be no 50. You know what I mean? So, or even the little run he gave to Slaughterhouse, and so many things he breathed life in. Conway got the ball rolling.
Royce the 5'9", everybody.
Yeah, so it's like
D12.
not like he just here soaking it up. You know what I mean? He made the fire track for Trick. Like he's in the life. He just happened to be a white boy that's living that life too. You know what I mean? Like if I live in LG, and since a baby there's a white kid that was living in my projects, and he grew up since he came out his mother's womb from Brooklyn Hospital to LG, and he lived in our culture, we accept him. He's not an outsider. You know what I mean? So I think people need to just, if it always comes down to color, just congratulate him and just, you know, and look at the contribution.
What do you think about the culture right now? What do you think about the music that's in the forefront?
Well, I think that as anything that goes on in life is evolution, man. Like, of course, it's not going to be the same exact elements as when it first started. It's a lot of dope music, and it's a lot of different music. You know what I mean? It's all part of music. You know what I mean? Like, so I like the direction that it's headed in. Some of the stuff ain't for me, but it's a young man's game. I don't really dwell on the music. I dwell on the listener. You know what I mean? The listener dictates what's popular. You know what I mean? That 17 to 24, they have become so huge that they dictated what's popular. So that's just a part of it that we gotta accept.
It's New York.
That's just this new stuff. It's just a part of it that we had to accept. I'm sure when it first started in the early 70s, the stuff that came shortly after that wasn't what they was normal to. It was always a change. Of course, it's not going to be like it's not a lot of substance in it. I think the music industry is powered by gang culture. If you look at New York City, maybe over the last 10 years, mostly everybody that made it was some sort of gang culture. They intrigued by it. They see the energy in it.
Now here's my question about that. Do you think that's intentional? Do you think that's being infused from the top, the whole gang situation, to push that?
Labels want to get maximum return off investment. So if you see a rapper and he got 40 people behind him, they think that's the ability to one friend tell a friend, and then it grows out of nowhere. People they're intrigued with the controversy. Controversy sells. You know what I mean? So you see a bunch of blue flags, a bunch of red flags out of there. People gravitate towards that. There's so many fire people like that's neutral that wouldn't get a shot as quick as somebody that was in a gang and had the people behind them. You know what I mean? So they tell you right now, if you don't got your neighborhood behind you or you don't got people behind you, that's the ability to sell tickets. That's the one friend tell a friend, and then it spreads out of this world. That's people that's gonna campaign for you. So when they see all those people, they really don't care what you're talking about. They don't care what you're talking about.
Where do you see the culture moving now in the next couple of years? Which way do you think it's shifting? You think it's...
Well, I know if people paying attention to hip hop and they understand. Shout out to that Griselda movement first and foremost. The game is a young man's game, but I think over the success that they've had, they grew the culture up a little bit. You know what I mean? They closed the gap a little bit. There was a time where if you wasn't young or you wasn't talking about a certain topic, you couldn't really get a shot. You know what I mean? Now a lot of the older rappers that was getting busy in the past, they coming out of the woodworks. One thing I love about that Griselda camp also is that they collab with a lot of the artists that were fire before. They not just coming up grabbing the new niggas. They not doing that. You know what I mean? So they staying connected to the cloth they came from. You know what I mean? Like you would never see like a Capone and Noriega or a Freeway and them dropping a record in that era that we just came from, in the mumble rap era. So I love what they doing. I single-handedly give them credit for the game growing up a little bit. You know what I mean? I think the voice has always been there, but it's more light on lyricists and more light on, older rappers, and you don't gotta be 19 to be in this game.
I see you got a joint with the Hamiltons. How did you hook up with them?
Oh yeah, shout out to my brothers, the Hamiltons. My man Sean D, Touching Money Daily. My brother T Banks from Guardsville. They closely related and connected to the Hamiltons. They always thought that it'd be dope for us to collab. So, they got it going. The song is produced by Slick Music, Grammy Award winning producer, and it was just a home run, man. The OU. It appears that I'm talking about a relationship, but I'm talking about the state of hip-hop.
Damn, tell me why did you have to change? How you look, how you sound, you been acting kinda strange. All of a sudden, you addicted to the fame. And I ain't saying no names, but you been messing with some lames. Never wanna talk about stuff that we go through. The way you give it up, ain't no getting to know you. They ain't even working for it, I feel like they owe you. That's why I'm hoping you would go back to the old you.
Every single bar on that record is about how I feel about hip-hop. So when you go back and listen to it, you're gonna think it's a relationship. You know what I mean? You're gonna think it's not. It's about hip-hop, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's cool that you're chasing the fame, but you promised me you never would change. Just a goddamn shame. Everything it seems so strange, it's like I barely even know your name. Barely even know your name.
I just wanna say, man, like, I I know I like we was talking about gang culture, man. What I would like to see is like, less violence in the culture, you know what I mean? Less beefing and everybody get money. They might make you think that it's not enough money out here, but like if you value your family and you value anybody close to you and you think about not being with those people, you know what I mean? It'll make you think twice about what you're doing. Every time we turn around, the gang is getting indicted, somebody's being watched, somebody's telling on somebody. Like, I just hope the summer come and everybody just have fun, nobody get killed. It might be impossible for that to happen, but I just would like to see the violence get out of the game, you know what I mean?
Matter of
get
fact,
money, take care of your family.
You from out here, maybe you could break it down. Like, what is all of the beefing about? Is it like money? Are they beefing about money, or is it just senseless violence?
I think a lot of things comes down to blind loyalty and principles. Sometimes people might be they'll go all out for the gang when they believe in them and they love them and that's who they repping. They gonna do whatever for them, but not really understanding the repercussions from that. Some young kids get in the gangs and you don't even really know who you beefing with until a year or two in. You don't even know where you can go. So I think it's blind loyalty and principles. Sometimes it be the smallest thing that people can't let go. But when you on both sides of it and you got friends that died, us looking in on it, we could be like, yo, chill, let it go. But then they like, my man got killed, my uncle got killed. We're not letting that go. So then now it's a cycle that's never gonna stop. I mean,
see Rowdy and Bobby home right now. What you think gonna happen? You think they gonna turn it up, or you think?
I think they gonna get right back on top.
Right back to where they left off.
Right back to where they at. I think they got an energy about them, and it's a lot of dope principles that's connected. First street principles that's connected to their movement. So shout out to Rowdy and Bobby. Glad they home. The whole GS9 movement. I hope they get money, take care of your family, and stay out the way, man. You know what I mean? It's good for Brooklyn. It's good for hip hop in general.
Bakeman Global, I appreciate you. Much love. Like I said, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with me. Some big things coming up. You can follow me. You can look up anything on www.bakemanglobal.com. And first and foremost, I'm on that Instagram at BakemanGlobal. Get in touch with me. Stay in tune with the music. It's a lot of fire stuff coming on. Shout out to my guy Debonair. We got a video dropping called The Patriot that was shot by my guy Gio the Connect, the Gio the Architect. So there's a lot of dope stuff coming on. Man, salute. I'm from a place where niggas swear they be spitting. Everything they talk about, it be the shit they ain't living. But when it come to respect, you earn it, you get it. And any kind of sucker shit, you not supposed to be with it. This is the day and age where they fucking up all the rules. If a nigga gets snaked, he ratting and think it's cool. You wanna walk the walk, but you never gonna fit the shoes. Following footsteps, then later wish you refused. We know the meaning of beef from my nigga Chris. Half of y'all wouldn't step foot in the roof, Chris. But when you see that target, you better hope that you hit. Cause you might be the nigga they miss as soon as you miss. If you battle with the pain, I know it's definitely real. Gotta deal with it, cause they don't expect you to heal. Why they find it hard to believe what I did for a meal? And it's crazy them same people think that wrestling real. You can't define a man by the money he make. Gotta measure that bounce back from the losses he take. I see a table full of winners about to take me a space. And if you hating, I promise you gon' sit on that plate. I'm flipping like Buster B, man, I'm nice and they must agree. These niggas can never fuck with me. Humbly crush your company, son, I'm in foul for custody. Lyrically, I'm a luxury. Body any track and that's why they don't get in touch with me. You look stupid, I flow stupid. And every line they wish they could shoot it, I'm Bake Lucas. Brooklyn. Make a killing. Top billing. No ceiling. Give you that feeling. Living my life just like the roof gone. You wasn't riding when I was lukewarm. Can't even tell me your favorite 2 songs. They only love you for what you do for them. I'm from a city where they hate you from the gate. Show you a little love when it's way too late. I'm in great shape.
How you think I'm holding this weight? They won't say it, but they recognize they made a mistake. I know it's something bigger and better, cause I believe it. Like when Ace quit his job at the cleaners. I'm gone. I can see the non-believers in the bleachers. Yeah, I see you. Now it's no chill like arenas. I'm not chill. Chain of command, follow procedures. Listen up. Coming up, you had to learn from the leaders. You ain't listen, but you ain't pay attention to the teaching, cause you don't know a thing about being your brother's keeper. This how I'm feeling. All I wanna do is make a killing. Getting money till I'm top billing. Flying through the hood with no ceiling. I just wanna give you that feeling. I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I'm about to give you that feeling. This how I'm feeling. Mannequin challenge, nobody answering. Nobody moving, it's like I'm challenging mannequins. Raise a hand, you ain't never gonna be the man again. Brains covering that Raymond Flanagan. Bet you they vanish after the panicking. Where you at? Tag them and bag them, the kind of bag I'm in. Then I'm sending that package into your management. You in traffic, traveling to the Vatican. I really don't need to know who I'm battling. Everybody get it, I know you see what I'm averaging. It's like getting hit with a javelin, examining the damage and know they ran out of bandaging. You know it's 50-50 when you gambling. You know he under pressure when he rambling. Stop rambling. Hands on, that's how you handle him. If you got plans, you better cancel them. All I wanna do is make a killing. Getting money till I'm top billing. Flying through the hood with no ceiling. I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I'm about to give you that feeling. This how I'm feeling. It's evident I got you in your feelings. I try to tell them that jealousy's not appealing. Hater, you know how come you gotta hear it? Cause when everybody clapping, I noticed you wasn't cheering. Coming through the speakers, the hardest is Sean Carter. Brooklyn. As I put on my armor for the departure, I line them up way better than any barber. Floating in the harbor is your karma. If I took an L, I don't consider it one. Body in tracks, send it and consider it done. Never gave up, tell me one quitter that won. And even if I laugh, I do not consider it fun. This how I'm feeling. Make a killing. Top billing. No ceiling. Give you that feeling. I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I just wanna give you that feeling. How you feeling? I'm about to give you that feeling. This how I'm feeling.